best team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Going for the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody's...
I don't know why you don't like getting in.
And they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. Makes him talk to the hand. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Touch pass on the run. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Inside the 15. He's loose. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. The give is to Miller. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? Out out of the gun. They'll run it inside. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Alabama pushing the tempo. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Makes his connection. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
Well, that's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks the tackle. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hunter. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first.
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Caught in the backfield. It's Law. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll try to power their way ahead. Alabama will get the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. You got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Might as well give it to him again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown tie.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He chucks one out to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try to run for it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Only 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see how they play it here on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Williams. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the run.
Oh, look out. There he goes. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. He has been surgical. Precision passes. using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Trying to get to him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? Quarterback will audible. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. That took nerves of steel to convert that fourth down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big fourth down conversion.
They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Arizona in a hurry. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
Arizona has the offense humming, set up with another 1st down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona! Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So an 82-yard drive there. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll run it from the gun. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Miller with the ball. Still on his feet at the 45. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. First down to start the drive after the break. DB's right up on the receivers. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best.
Unleashes one deep. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. And if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Now on 2nd down. He's past the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to throw. It's Fafita. Pocket. He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to escape and get it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. First down here for the offense. The give is to Miller. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. They'll go to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Using the quick game. On the move at the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for. Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Whittington. He's brought down at the 16. Would have off to take the touchback. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Hard running there. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Running back goes in motion. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing in his pads. Nowhere
to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew.
The expressway is wide open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early on this opening drive for them. They're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Alson Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's caught downfield. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. New set of downs after that completion. Back to throw. It's Green. He's going to let it go. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Showing off the arms. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
How about the linebacker right there? They make calls and they play in coverage, but if you're a linebacker, you better be physical, and that dude came downhill. Somebody might want to block him up front, Palmer. Downhill and laid the lumber.
Yeah, they definitely weren't able to chip up and get him on that one. But I'll tell you, a hit like that, that makes you think twice about wanting to run the football between the tackles for the rest of this game, because that dude has got some bad intentions.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quick pass on the jet motion. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
The defense calls a timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
To the air, it's Green. He's not afraid to go deep. And the ball is intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I think they're different.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He breaks a tackle. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
All right, on offense, you're trying to catch him napping on 3rd and long. You try to run the football, but good job by the defense not being fooled and giving themselves an opportunity now to get the ball back.
Yeah, and you got to do a better job not getting in 3rd and long. Offense has to be better on 1st and 2nd down, so you're not forced in these 4th down situations where now you're in limbo of what you want to do.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's got his man. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Feeling some heat. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. And the Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Ducks! How about that? Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. There are certain games that get the juices flowing. And when you have number 1 versus number 2, it'll send a shiver up your spine. As we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. He'll call for the fair catch here. Line gets set, first down. They'll run it from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
To the air, it's back. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Frazier. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Running for it on fourth down. Bulls his way forward. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Bringing it back inside the 30. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physical...
Touchdown, Oregon! And they score first. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're just about ready to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. This offense has a second down play. Now the play fake. Unloads to the right. And the pass hits. Picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown Ducks. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. And they get him down.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Georgia going up tempo. From the red zone, looking for a space. That's reeled in. It's Lovett. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 45. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon! You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence. Looking for a deep man. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's back. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. No room to return, but no problem. Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good. Team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Quickly complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. The give from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he wants it all. And that ball is picked off.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there on that interception to open this game.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. And that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on 1st down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Pressure coming. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks! What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First down for this offense. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. The give. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you've got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Lost one deep down the right side. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Looking for more room. And the return man just kept finding alleys to run in, and he gets it to the 46-yard line.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country. He showed you his open field running there.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And they're able to make the tackle.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal.
Nothing but green ahead. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Got his man quickly. At the 35, he's open. Running toward the tape. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Getting some heat. Across the 25, he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Quick strike complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Makes it past the marker. And he's running in the open. The 30, the 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jets. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. The Gators are in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Flagway. Fires to the wideout. And he lays out, and he's got it down the left side. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Discards a man. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Afterburners coming. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the 2nd half. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Coming to the line, looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points.